Is Friday, April 16th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We don't sleep. We don't make excuses. We just give out free picks, except for Brian, who is going to be out a few days coming up. We'll recap that schedule for everybody when he gets on board with us, just so nobody freaks out and I don't have to hear, where's Brian? But Brian will be here, and he'll be here, of course, for the premium late show on those days. He'll just be giving us his pick on some of the earlier shows. I think my light is out over there. But we got a pretty good card today. We got a ton of NBA games. We got a ton of Major League Baseball games. So 11 NBA. We've got 15 Major League Baseball. So I always know these numbers offhand because I do all those videos. I'm always like, I know what are going to be the bad nights. So like Thursday night's bad night. That's why I moved to Wednesday on the drive-through. But anyways, we got Rod and Brian with us again, as always. Let me unmute them because Brian had the street sweeper going by. Speaking of street sweeper, we're starting to clean up a little bit in Major League Baseball. We got off to a slow start yesterday in the premium. I did, it was one of those days where it's like I put my premium picks in the morning, and then I saw some things, and I was kind of like, I'm dead, man. And then the Marlins kind of teased me, right? They were just like, all right, we're going to win anyway. And then they're like, well, maybe not. And then I got both night games. So I played 4 dogs, so I ended up plus 76 units on a 2-2 day. Nothing wrong with that. It's all part of baseball. I think my goal is almost to have a losing record in baseball and be up like 10,000 units just to show everyone how it works. How record doesn't matter in baseball. But at the same time, I'd rather have a winning record and be up 20 million units, right? So we're going to keep plugging away. NBA, I just find extremely difficult. I didn't put in any premium picks yesterday. I haven't put in any today either yet. It's just so many guys are sitting out because so many teams are making the play-in and playoffs and all of that stuff. I still think there's some value on the board. There's some games that I do like, and maybe I'll give them as bonus plays in the premium show as opposed to doing it in my premium picks. I'll just give a few bonus plays in the premium show in the early and the late because there's 11 NBA games. So I'm going to give out bonus plays there. I'm going to give out at least the baseball and an NBA in each show. There. You heard it here first.
Well, I got Free for All Friday YouTube bonus show. I like that. I'll give you a couple more.
Yeah, well,
I'm cool with that.
Just look at the MLB board. You got Rod Zawacki, number 2. He's 20-17. He's up $5,930. And then you got the Pick Dogs guy. He's 50% winners, up $13,000. So you got 2 guys that are barely at 50%, but they're picking dogs and winning.
Yeah, I think if you look at my record over the last week, I'm on the weekly leaderboard, and I'm 20-17 over that thing. I'm barely over 500, but I'm up like 1,000 units or something. So it's
you got a guy that's 11-6, but he's only up $3,950. So it's all about units in baseball.
Yeah.
They say work smarter, not harder, right? But we do both. I want to work harder and smarter. That's my goal. I guess smarter is not that difficult, what most people think of me. So it's okay. I got one YouTube comment. I get so many troll comments in the YouTube. I got one that said, you're not the only one that does free pick videos. You're a liar. I don't think I've ever said I'm the only one that does free pick videos. I said I do the most free pick videos.
The most.
I said I do the most. I don't say I'm the only one.
I thought you said you're the first person to do it.
I was the first one to do free picks on every game every day on the internet.
Yeah.
I was the first one to do that.
You're definitely not the only one.
No. Other people did free picks, but nobody did all the games. People would do like one free pick here, kind of like you see on some of the premium capper sites that are out there where they just have a capper that does like a free pick and then he kind of puts it on every site out there, right? We were the first ones to, like, cappers that are on a site that has free picks, like that capper can do a free pick and then they post that free pick on like 10 different sites. I don't let the cappers post free picks on our site, and the reason being is that I don't want that same thing that they're posting on every other site. I don't want it. It's like it doesn't add value for you guys. What I'd rather them do is come on the drive-through, come on the morning show, stuff like that. And we're going to change the format up of the morning show. And I think I'm on to something here with the morning show. I think like each of us will take a day off a week, and we'll rotate in a couple other people here. And then what we'll do is that we'll have like, we're still going to be the weekend guys. We're still going to be together like 5 of the days of the week or something, something like that. 4 or 5 of the days of the week. It's just, I think there's just this grind that happens, and then, we could go through stretches where we continue to do every day. But I think maybe we'd even do it every 2 weeks. We take a day off, I mean, I enjoy doing it, so it's going to be hard for me, but it's like, but it's going to be better for me too. I know that. So, maybe like once every 2 weeks we take a day off or something and just have somebody else fill in, Like I know that Tony T could take my spot here, I'm not concerned about it.
Yeah, we got a dynamic bullpen. We also got Mr. Ruflo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lights out.
Yeah, he's a veteran.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, we got Romanelli. We'll have a lot more time in the summer than what he has during the regular year. We have Al McMorty said he wants to do some stuff with us. We have Tony Brown. We have a ton of people that want to do it, so I'm not really worried about it. Hey, you want to become famous? Buy followers. On
what?
Yeah, that's what this guy's spamming me on Twitch. Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers. Yeah, that's a really good famous. I'm sure those are loyal followers. Bought followers.
Right? Yeah, bought.
How much for the little girl?
If those followers aren't going to your site and purchasing or enjoying content, then they're useless.
So a lot of people say, hey, Mitch talks too much. You should just get to the picks. But actually, the reason why we do this part at the beginning of the show is to give people a chance to join, because some days notifications don't go out. Some people get a little late. And then they come back. Hey, what'd they like in the Nets game? Right? So you guys see those comments. But that's why we kind of stall at the beginning. Some days a little more than others. But let's get into it. We got the Pacers and the Jazz afternoon NBA basketball. Afternoon NBA basketball so far has been blowout city. There hasn't been a close game in these. These have been afternoon snoozer NBA basketball. They have been blowouts. The Timberwolves have been on the wrong end of it every time, too. We got the Pistons and the Thunder. We got the Sixers and the Clippers, a feature game. I'm going to guess that one's on ESPN. Washington against the Pelicans. And the Nets and Hornets, Raptors, Magic. Brian, any of those?
Boy. I like a bunch of these games, but I'm going to cut it down a little bit. I like the Sixers minus the points against the Clippers. I'm a little worried about who's playing, who's not playing. But at the current line and who's expected to play, I think the Sixers will want to make a statement at home here and take out the Clippers. And I like the Brooklyn Nets minus the 12.5. That line just seems super high. Nets usually not good at covering these type of lines, but to me, this line's just calling to me to take Brooklyn. And then I also like the Pelicans on the road laying the 2 points at the Wizards. Pelicans might have waited too late to wake up, but I think something has sparked with New Orleans and getting a little bit of their team back. So I think you'll see them cruise past the Wizards.
Rod?
For me, in that early morning game, I'm going to take the under 234. I'm seeing it at. I mean, just exactly like I said, it probably does have blowout written all over it, one-sided game. So I like the under 234 in that one. And I'm with Brian. I like the 76ers. I'm not too worried who's out. I think Leonard's going to be out, and I think Harris is going to be in. Not too worried about who's in there. I see the guys that are in and are playing, and there's enough there for me to go 76ers. Lay the few points there over the Clippers. Clippers lately just no luck in Philly. 1-9 the last 10 games ATS against the 76ers. Yeah, I'll take the 76ers in that one.
I like the I like the Thunder. I don't know what happened here. The line dropped from 7 to 3.5. But I like the Thunder in that spot. I don't know if I like it at 3.5, to be honest with you. I liked it at 7. Who's out? Smith Jr., Joseph out. Ellington.
I think that line drops just due to injuries.
Oh, Ellington, Grant, Plumlee, all out for rest.
Yeah.
I don't know then. I'm a little less convinced there at 3.5. I like the 7. I like the Sixers against the Clippers. I just think that they're up for it. You know, it's like I don't think there's anything more to it. I think if the game was in LA, I would like the Clippers. You know, I think that's really what it's going to come down to in the regular season for these. I'm going to guess Kawhi does play. It would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. I like the Wizards against the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans are straight garbage. I'm going to go with the Wizards here. The thing about this one is that I didn't like one of the matchups when I was doing the video. It was, so the Pelicans, 3-point shooting against, they're dead last in the NBA at defending the 3.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So even though the Wizards are one of the worst 3-point shooting teams, I'll tell you what helps improve your 3-point shooting is playing the Pelicans. It helps your numbers a lot. And I think I don't like teams that don't defend the 3 because to me that's lazy. You know, if you don't defend the 3, you're just lazy. So I'm gonna go with the Wizards here plus the 2. I don't think you could lay points if you're not gonna defend the 3. I'm just not gonna buy into it. Anyways, we got we did these two. I like the Magic against Toronto. Kyle Lowry's not playing in that one. And, oh, man, the Hornets are just garbage, man. They're just terrible. Right? The Hornets have just been terrible.
When do you ever hear me say take the Nets and lay 12.5?
Yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next round. Chicago Bulls against the Memphis Grizzlies. I had some really nasty comments on YouTube on that one, so my play is a little stronger than it was. We got Rockets against Nuggets, Timberwolves against the Heat, Spurs against the Blazers, and Dallas against the Knicks. So we got some good games tonight. You know, there are a couple good games here. Sixers, Clippers. I think Knicks, Mavericks is a good game. You know, I think Bulls, Grizzlies is a good game. We've got, obviously Zach LaVine not playing, in that one.
Yeah, for me, I'm not wild about this late card as far as betting goes. I think out of that group, Miami Heat laying the points. They've looked really bad lately. I think Miami starts to turn it around a little bit. Minnesota's got blown out 2 games in a row, I believe. So I'm going to take the Miami Heat here and lay the points.
For me in this watch, I like the New York Knicks plus the points. I think this game's going to come down to last possession. So I'll take the Knicks and the nice plus points in that one. And I also like the over in that game. The over 210.5. The numbers dropped half a point. I still like the over. You're going to see a higher scoring game than what you normally do. They play to 5 unders, I see. Time for an over. On that one. And I like the Nuggets over Houston. Even out 10-point win there. Nuggets come to play. Houston, just not Houston. 1-9, 4-6, even with Wood in there. They just it's like they've checked out. They're ready for the season to be over. No golfing. Give me the Nuggets. Blowout city.
I'm going to go with I like the Chicago Bulls a lot here. Not just a little. I like them a lot. The YouTube comments that I took the Bulls are pretty much off the chain on the Grizzlies here. And that usually is a very good indication that my pick is locked and loaded and good. The more people call me idiots and stupid pick and all those things in the YouTube comments, generally, that's a surefire winner. And a lot of times it's in these Bulls games. So I'm going to take the Bulls here based on that alone. Aside from that, I like them anyway. The Grizzlies, it's a straight regression back to 500, just as we always see. They got several games above 500, and now they've lost 3 of 4. So on the Grizzlies and the Kings, you just have to remember when they're on these streaks and when they're playing into their form, which is pretty much they have followed the roadmap all season long that we called right at day one of the season. It doesn't matter who they're playing. It doesn't matter. When the Kings are running hot on the hot streak, they could be playing like the Bill Russell Celtics, the Magic Johnson Lakers, and the Dr. J, 76ers. They would win all 3. When they're running cold, they could be playing, they could be playing. It doesn't matter, and they'll get slaughtered by them. They could be playing a high school team, and they'll lose, those games. And the same thing with the Grizzlies. And it doesn't make any sense. I understand that.
The problem with the Bulls is they just had a must-win game against the Magic at home, and they couldn't get it done. Now
I understand. I know. But the Grizzlies are in straight regression. They're a game over 500. This is exactly the spot that they always lose. On the downward trend, a game above 500. I'm just going straight off the trend. I'm Zawacki.
They just beat the Bulls by 11 a couple days ago in Memphis.
I'm Zawacki in this thing.
I'd steer clear of that.
I'm not going to apologize for it either.
Got to argue with you about something today, so I'll pick the Grizzlies.
It's like we've been on too many of the same picks. It's like I went into this for like 3 months. I was like in this square wimpy pick mode. And it's like all of a sudden I woke up and have been, been super aggressive lately. And it's like I'm back in my game, It's like, Brian, I don't have any more games to argue about. It's like
we'll find something.
It's like when I try and go for like what is perceived as less risky, right? That's where I get slaughtered because that's not my game. It's not my game. It's not my. It's just not how I do it. I'm super aggressive, and that's my game. And baseball lends itself to that, to being super aggressive, because of the money line dogs you get on a daily basis. I like the Timberwolves against the Heat. I think the Heat can win this game at 6.5. No way. Way just left town. And I also like the Knickerbockers. Brian, what are you selling today?
Oh, I'll tell you what, I usually don't say this, but I have a feeling I'm going to be sweeping the board tonight, get out the broom. Normally Friday's not a good day for me, but this year's been a little bit different on Fridays. I have 1 NBA, 1 NHL, and 3 baseball plays that are absolutely should be easy layups. 5 plays, my fantastic Friday 5-pack for $50 at pickdogs.com premium picks.
Rod, you selling anything?
And for me, I got an NBA 5-pack over at the site. 5 best NBA plays. Love the NBA today. You can get those $34.95, or you can get my Super Steak Friday 7-pack, where you'll get all 5 NBA plays and my 2 MLB dogs of the day. Love those 2 MLB plays today. Love this Friday's action. These 7 best bets are the perfect opportunity to smash the books. Kickstart the weekend.
I was 1-1 in my premium show picks yesterday, and it was 500 in my regular picks yesterday too. But I still was a profit in those, and that's really what it's all about. It's like in baseball, you can go 500 and make money, and we've talked about it a lot. And yesterday in the premium, I did that. So.
1-1 for me, YouTube premium.
I'd rather go 2-0 and have a profit. But it's like
I'd rather go 2-0 too. But I was like you. I went 1-1, but the baseball in the afternoon was
bomb.
huge.
The Marlins
bomb, yeah, bomber. So
Marlins choking it out.
So we're gonna try and keep that rolling with the premium right here on YouTube. I think anyone that hasn't checked that out, whether you buy our premium picks at the website or not. I don't know. There's really no excuse, I know we don't give NBA every show, and I know we don't give MLB every show, and maybe we could be a little better about spreading it around a little bit on the shows. But I think the whole idea is that it's a dip your toe in the water type product. And if you want NBA picks, you go to the website and you find a capper that says NBA. This is my NBA. Rod Zawacki's. He just said it. This is my NBA. How many picks is it? 5 picks.
Yeah, I got Rod's NBA 5-pack. Or Rod's Super Steak Friday today.
Yeah. There it is.
Super Steak Friday.
How much
I got a
is
super
the NBA?
Loaded stuffed potato. So
how much is
we
5
got
NBA picks?
No.
How much is that going to run me?
$34.95 for
$7.
5 NBA.
$7 a pick. So if you bet $50 a game, you would have to go kind of 4-1 really to make it worth it. All right, got to go bet 100.
Rod's definitely a deal here.
But the other one, the Super Steak Friday, you get them there.
I just think that premium picks in general are not for people that don't bet. You have to bet a reasonable amount to make it worth it, and that's why the premium YouTube kind of takes that out of the equation. Where it's like, so if you bet, like if I just said, if you bet $50 a pick, right, and you go 3-2, well, it's tough to make money if you bought that, right? It's tough to make money because there goes your profit is gone for the purchase price of the package. If you bet $100, you make a little bit of money, and that's okay. That works. But if you paid $30 a month, $1 a day, and you go 2-2, but turn a profit because it was moneyline dogs in baseball, and you end up with like a plus 75 profit on that. If you do that every day, man, it's like you're cashing, man. It's so that's why I think for people that aren't the big bettors and they want to check out premium picks, that's why we have it there. I've always prided myself. I'm gonna tell you, and it's like I know that I don't have a lot of friends in this industry. I have the friends that I have in the industry are not like the other crappy sites that you see out there, right? My friends are the guys you see the people advertising my site. ESPN, CBS, right? I mean, these are the guys I work with, USA Today, and everybody else works with each other, and it's just the way the industry is. But those guys just have a different strategy and a different philosophy than me. Is they are every single thing they do, they got to cash off of you, and that's why they don't give as much free content as we do, and that's why they don't like the free content that we do, and that's why they'll say something negative about it. Basically, these guys work too hard. These guys, they're mad because we work too hard, right? It's like it's ridiculous. They give away too much for free and they work too hard doing it. It's like, yeah, it's really bad for you guys. But I think that for us, it's more about I want you guys to win. Where if you guys win, everything takes care of itself. It's like. You guys win. That's how we start, is with you guys winning, and then everything else goes this. Not like we're not gonna like hold out the carrot here, It's like, believe me, I can't tell you how many times I give out premium picks as free picks. I can't even count it. I just don't say, that this is one of my best today. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do that too.
Sometimes you do. Yeah,
anyways, let's get to baseball. So I'm still under 500 in baseball, but I'm crawling towards plus money after a horrible start. I'm getting close. I'm chipping away at it. We got the Chicago Cubs against the Atlanta Braves. The wind's blowing in at Wrigley, and we got 2 bad pitchers. This should be interesting. We got Carlos. So Zach Eflin is still listed here, but wait a minute.
I mean, the line looks to me
Eflin
like
is back.
Eflin.
So now it is Eflin. Now it is listed as Eflin.
What was hard for me to believe is that the Phillies would lay 140 with Matt Moore on the mound. It didn't make sense to me. But.
So now it is Eflin. Okay, so it is Eflin. I thought the line was lower than that. Then we have the Yankees against the Rays. So it's Nelson up against Waka in that one. So we've seen some pretty low-scoring games between the Rays and the Yankees. I'm going to guess with Waka pitching. We saw what he did last time. Oh, my God. And then we got Max Scherzer against Taylor Widener in Washington. That was a real defensive struggle last night. Those first 2 innings. It's like, all right, they scored 4 runs. Oh no, they scored. It's like, what? It was one of those. How about Oakland last night? Like with the bases loaded twice, getting 0. And then, solo home run to lead off the next inning. It was like, come on. Don't you guys understand? I got the run line here. It's like, yelling at the TV. I can hear my wife from the other room. They can't hear you. Yes, they can. And so we got those 4. And then we got, let's just go those 4.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to be doing the Phillies and Cardinals on the drive-through today, so make sure you tune in and check me out on Friday. The other one I really like, the other one I really like is Widener and the Diamondbacks. I think Scherzer is getting that -190 on name alone. I think that's way too much juice for the Nationals to be laying here. I think we see a better pitching performance from Arizona today. I'll take that plus money, Diamondbacks all day. I think it could easily be a premium pick.
And for me in these ones, I'm going to take the Braves. And I like the under in that one, too. Win coming in, and both of these offenses have been anemic to start the year. So I like the under 8 in that one, and I like Braves eke out a win in that one. And I'm with Brian. I like, except I like the under pitchers duel in this one. The Diamondbacks and the Nationals, after all them runs yesterday, we'll go the other way and we'll take the under 8 in that one. I think it opened 8.5, and now it's down to 8.
What's the total in the Rays Yankees? It seems like
9.5.
over.
9.5.
I would go over on that game, but it seems very square.
It was like that.
It seems too square.
That Texas game yesterday that I thought was like, they're baiting us to take the, it's like, no way, it's going way over. Jordan Lyles is like, he looks so confused out there.
Walker could give up 4 runs or 5 in the first inning.
In a heartbeat. Yeah, I like that over in the Yankees game as well. Nelson is pitching for the Yankees as well, so I thought it was Jordan Montgomery, but it's Nelson is who it is, and Nelson. Let's take a look and see what he's made of, just to make sure, right? Because not as familiar with him as Jordan Montgomery. So Nick Nelson was a round 4 draft pick out of Panama City, Florida. Went to Rutherford High School. Oh boy, yeah, he's been in for the Yankees. He came in 3 games in relief. He's pitched 4 total innings. He's got a 9 ERA. This is your guy, Rod. Brian's like, I think I like this guy.
The more crappy stuff I hear.
So he's Jeff Nelson's son, who was a middle, one of the best setup men, ever he was a Yankee. So he comes from a line of pitchers, but his father was really good. It's not. So I'm going to take that. I like Zach Eflin here, too. Phillies for me. I would rate that a star. I'd put a star next to the Phillies on Zach Eflin. It's a pure Carlos Martinez fade. We got the Marlins up against the Giants. We got the White Sox and Red Sox. We got the Reds and the Indians. We got another over, Texas, Baltimore. Globe Life is a pitcher's ballpark, but man, you got Lopez and Fultonevich. Oof. Yeah, that's going to be ugly. And then let's throw in, we got the Jays and the Royals. I think these guys are going to probably sleep in today after all the bat swinging they did last night. Any of those 5?
Yeah, I'm pretty big on the Boston Red Sox today and Pivetta. I think you're going to see Pivetta have he goes from having a good start to a bad start. I think he'll be back to a good start. Cease, is he 100% in this game? I don't know. It seems like a sucker line giving you plus money in the Chicago White Sox. So I'm all over Boston. And then why get off the Kansas City Royals train? They've been winning. Probably one of the best profit teams betting in baseball, probably the Kansas City Royals. So I'm on the Royals again today, plus 104.
Rod?
I'm with you. I like Boston and bounce back. That team's scrappy. Those guys like to. They don't give up. They're always battling. I think Boston's gonna be a scrappy team this year. I'm with you. Bounce back for Boston. And took the Royals yesterday. Just no point getting off them. I mean, the Royals with some keys in that one. I think they're going to beat up the Jays again in that one. And I also like the Indians. The Indians over the Reds. Indians are 4-0 their last 4 versus a right-handed starter. And they're 21-7 their last 28 versus the Reds. They love to beat up on the Reds. Give me the Indians in that one.
Reds have had some pretty bad teams in recent years. We go so on that Kansas City Royals, they're plus 267 for the year in money at 7-4, which is surprisingly low for them. It's because they were big home favorites earlier in the season. That's probably what happened there. So just plus 267, though. It's just surprising. It's the Seattle Mariners are the big money team right now, and the Red Sox, who dropped off a little bit yesterday. And the Angels. The Marlins are the losing team, in Texas. Losing teams with money, and the Tigers, of course.
The Rockies broke my heart yesterday.
I really like the over in this Rangers-Orioles game. Fultonevich and Lopez. I mean, both these guys are fully capable of giving up 8.5 runs on their own, let alone combined. So, for me, over in the Texas-Baltimore game. That one is a bring a glove special to Globe Life. As many people as want to go can go to those games. So, be sure to bring the glove if you're going.
Total dropped a half point.
You want to talk about? We didn't get to that game. I think we got an under in the Marlins Giants. And I just think the Giants are like strategic hitters, and the Marlins are kind of the same way. And you're up against pitchers that have been pretty good this season. So I like the under there. I'm against you guys with the Red Sox. I'm going to take the White Sox. It's a homer pick.
You're a White Sox fan.
Well, of course I am. And aside from
Cease hasn't looked good all year.
No, he's looked terrible. But I'm also a big believer that baseball is a streaky sport, and usually when you crack the seal on a winning streak like that, normally there's a regression. And the Red Sox have been. You want to talk about straight garbage? The Red Sox at home have not been good, especially in their first series back home.
The White Sox on the road aren't any prize.
Oh, they're not a prize. This is going to be a high-scoring game.
Pivetta, 6 shutout innings today.
The White Sox can seriously swing the bats, man. These guys have. They're missing Jimenez, and they still got murderers, bro. I mean, there's not a guy in that lineup that can't smash it. They haven't
faced a guy like Pivetta though in a while. He's a flamethrower.
They get rid of an all-star catcher, and it's like they're still.
These Boston hitters they're battlers, man. They're definitely battlers, huh?
I thought they were in trouble after that first series with the Orioles.
I think that the Red Sox are going to be the team that we thought they were going to be, and we're going to see a straight regression here. It won't be bad. They're going to be bad. I'm taking the White Sox. Anyways, the scope: Pittsburgh Pirates against Milwaukee Brewers, Mets against the Rockies, DeGrom against Chichi. We got the Angels against the Twinkies. We have the A's against the Tigers, the Padres against the Dodgers, and the Mariners against the depleted Astros.
There's tons of good value out there, but I'm going to narrow it down to 2. I'm going to go a little square here and take the Milwaukee Brewers minus 150 with Hauser on the mound. Brubaker, he averages, I think, under 5 innings a start so far early on. And Pirates have been a good dog, but I think I'm going to back Milwaukee here. And then the other game I like is the Minnesota Twins. I think it's a bullpen game. Heaney hasn't looked good. So I think the Twins, you're getting value, getting them at plus money there.
Right.
And then those ones there. I like Oakland again. Give me Oakland on the run line. I think they beat up the Tigers again. That's they get a couple hits with bases loaded, and it's blowout city. It's huge blowout city. So I think they do that again today. But then they get the hits and blow them out. Give me the Oakland run line in that one. And the Rockies and Mets game, I think it's going to be a one-run game in that one. I'll take the Rockies plus the 1.5. You get plus money on the 1.5 in that one. I think it's a one-run game. Give me the Rockies plus the 1.5 in that one.
I love the Angels. I hate Heaney so much. I like him run line. Whatever, man, double run line, triple run line on the Angels in this one.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Lewis Thorpe is the worst pitcher in the entire major leagues.
It's a bullpen game, isn't he? He's only on 2 innings.
Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. And he is the worst pitcher in all of baseball. He's worse than Cashner. This guy is just, I don't even understand how he's on a major league team. He's that bad. I think that he's only on the team, and I hate to say this, is because he's Australian and they're trying to bring out outside interest into the sport. He stinks.
Why would having an Australian on the team bring in up?
I don't know. Why did the Dream Team in the Olympics make it so NBA basketball is the number one sport in Australia? I mean, Andrew Gaze, remember him at Seton Hall, probably a little before your time. But this is how you do it. Why is basketball big in China? Because Yao Ming. It's like
it's one thing with Ichiro bringing in a huge market of customers.
I don't know, man. This guy stinks. This guy is straight.
It's funny.
Trash,
you're liking
man.
the Angels today, and I'm arguing against them.
I know, but I just can't. I can't get there with Lewis Thorpe, man. Just is not in my repertoire.
I think the Twins are due for a little hot streak here.
So here's his line from last year for this guy that you are betting on. Okay, 16.3 innings pitched, 24 hits, 12 runs, 11 earned, 10 free passes, 4 dingers in 16 innings.
That was last year.
Oh well, we could look at the year before. Okay, 27.7 innings, 38 hits, 19 runs, 10 walks, 31 strikeouts, and three round trippers. 6.18 ERA.
He already went through spring training and his fastball's up huge velocity from before because he went through a great workout training. So
Jose Quintana had a .29 ERA in spring training. He got shelled his first outing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Heaney's numbers. I mean,
Heaney's joke. Heaney's a joke. I mean, this is how bad this guy is. Heaney's a flat out joke. When this guy
gave up 7 runs to the White Sox.
Oh, Heaney's given up 7 runs walking out of the dugout. He stinks. Okay, Heaney is, and people are like, oh, why do you hate Heaney so much? You know, people have said this over the years. Same reason I hate Michigan, because when he came up as a prospect, he was already granted superstar status without ever earning it on the field. He's one of those guys, like his rookie baseball card when he first came out, and Romanelli, I don't know, he might be too young for this, but he's our reference point on baseball cards. When he first came up, he was the guy that it was like, he had never pitched, but he's still like fantasy drafts. He was like a first round pick for fantasy drafts. He was like, his baseball card was like, $4 million or whatever. It's like he was the number 9 overall pick by the Marlins, and this guy never became anything, man. Never. Can't stand him. But I'll tell you what he's better than is Lewis Thorpe.
We'll see.
We will see.
We will see.
We don't agree with that one.
I'll take the chance with plus money.
Double run line. Angels are also
double run line.
The Angels
The
have,
under looks.
the Angels have
The
also
under 8.5 looks real juicy in that one too. I think I'll take the under 8.5. I think we got a pitchers duel, Heaney and Thorpe. Duel it out.
the
I like the
Angels.
under 8.5.
The Angels have also been really good at home. So, all right, let's get rolling. I got it. I have a call in a half hour, so we gotta get moving.
All right,
here.
you gotta quit busting your balls.
I also like the Tigers with Urena. I had the A's yesterday. I think the Tigers here. I don't know. It's a lean. Padres against the Dodgers. Padres. That I don't have it as a premium, but I kind of could have. It's kind of I could have. It was right in my wheelhouse. Walker Buehler on the road. Another guy. He's going to be better than Kershaw. Better than Kershaw.
Is that a bullpen game for the Padres?
He might be better than Kershaw now. It should be a bullpen game because this guy's only pitched in relief and he's only gone short distance. But you don't know. Like, I thought it was a bullpen game for the Rays, and Fleming went like 5 innings. It's like you just don't know. It's like, but the thing is that Walker Buehler is another one of those guys. He's good, right? He's good. He's not like a scrub or anything. He's gotten a lot of run support throughout his career. He's been, he plays with guys all-star at every position, right? But he's not the next Kershaw. He's not even close. But he was seen as the next he's going to be better than Kershaw. It's like,
I think at this number they're going to sucker in a lot of Dodgers guys for sure at the lower series.
Oh yeah. So. No, this is a gift. This is my top free pick of the day. This is my double executive free pick winner. And if you don't think, even with Tatis out, that the Padres are going to be just so jacked for this game, this is their whole season is revolved around these Dodgers series. Their whole season is revolved. The Padres entire, like the Dodgers, they're kind of like Michigan, right? They slap, they're big celebrators when they beat the lousy teams. But the Padres' whole season is geared around beating the Dodgers. That's the only purpose, is to beat the Dodgers. And at home, even without Tatis, it is basically a must-win game for them in April. I like the over in that Astros Mariners team too. While I'm here, Kikuchi gives up a ton of home runs, and the Mariners hit a ton of home runs.
Kikuchi's been much better this season. He's looking like he could be as promised. So,
well, he's been better than he was. He's been better than he was, but he's still giving up the home runs. He's given up three.
You don't like Seattle tonight? That's what you're saying?
No, I just like the over. I don't. It's hard to tell. It's like I would normally take Houston, but they're probably missing half their lineup. But Kikuchi has given up 3 home runs in 2 games. I mean, this is the Kikuchi that we've seen.
That Houston number kind of begs you to take the Astros, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they're missing half their guys. The reason why the number is there is because like Altuve and Bregman and all the the guys that we know and love are all out. For this one, Bregman out indefinitely, undisclosed. Garcia out, Altuve out, Alvarez out. That's why the line is where it is, not because they're trying to beg you in there. The line is there because Maldonado.
Stop people from betting the Astros and fading Seattle. Over time, Seattle stinks.
So Maldonado has COVID, right? The catcher, he's got COVID. So Bregman, Altuve, Alvarez, the undisclosed is usually protocol, COVID protocol. So that's what's going on here with the Astros. It's not the sucker line or anything. It's number one, it's Urquidy. And number 2, it's half their team is out.
Is out, yep.
So I don't think it has anything to do with the whatever. It's basically a game you don't want to bet. That's what it is. Because you don't know what it's going to be. Speaking of things we don't want to bet, let's go to the NHL. Friday, usually a light schedule in the NHL. They're a big Saturday league. Brian Calgary's playing against Montreal. Bruins against Islanders. I think that was the Mitchie Pucks yesterday. Might have been. Got Minnesota Smudges against the Sharks. The Avs against the Kings. The Ducks against the Golden Knights. It's only 5 games. because Vancouver is postponed.
Yeah, for me, Calgary Flames is kind of a public dog as far as the numbers that I'm looking at, but I'm still going to ride the Flamers. I think they continue to win, rack up those points, and then I'm going to take a chance with the Anaheim Ducks for $100. Yeah, I think every filet-o-fish in the world is going to be on the Golden Knights here on the puck line. I think the Ducks who won 2 straight games, I think they can be competitive with Vegas tonight.
So someone asked about the late betting show that I've been saying I want to do, and Brian and I are talking about Brian and I have been talking about doing a late money show, like add on to the premium. It's going to be an additional, like a third level premium show.
And for all the guys that want to know, hey, where do I get this? Where do I get that?
It's going to include that. It's going to include that. It's going to include it's basically the products that I pay a lot of money for that won't answer me back when I ask them if they want me to help endorse them. We're just going to talk about some of the information that we get on the report. We're not going to give out the report or anything. We're just going to talk about the information at a fraction of the price. And then we're going to it's also going to include things like my late NFL halftimes. So I normally only do early game NFL halftimes, but I'll do late NFL halftimes as part of that premium package. Things like that. You're going to get a lot for it. It's kind of like at first I really didn't like the YouTube premium, and there's a lot of things I don't like about it. But overall, the fact that most people are happy with it, well, then that's that makes it good. And it's any of these hockey games, Brian?
Yeah, I said I like the Calgary Flames, even though they're a public dog, and I'm going to back the Anaheim Ducks because I feel like there'll probably be a ton of guys on Vegas tonight, and the Ducks have played better lately, winning 2 straight. I think they could maybe pull a shocker off here.
Plus a goal and a half as well, or just?
No, I'm going to put 100 on the money line, but the Flames is the better of the two.
Rod, anything too good to be true here?
Oh, yeah, there's 3 I found too good to be true. So, for me, I love the smears. Give me the Minnesota Wild over the Sharks. The Sharks are just garbage. Minnesota Wild at home have just been solid all year. I'm going to take the Minnesota Wild in the puck line. They're going to blow the snot out of the Sharks tonight. Easy blowout winner. That's my best free pick of the day right there. Take the Minnesota Wild on the puck line. I also like take the Los Angeles Kings on the plus 1.5. You can get some nice plus money on that. I see it might have dropped a little, but I'm still going to take the goal and a half in that one, as that's definitely got a 1-goal game, if not a Kings outright win. Grubauer went in COVID isolation thing. He's got COVID. He's going to be out for 2 weeks at least. So there goes Colorado's top goalie for 2 weeks. So news on that one. And I'm going to take the Montreal Canadiens on the money line over the Flames. Flames' little winning streak comes to an end today.
Get out of town.
I like the Bruins. That's my only pick.
I have a premium play in that game. Islanders Bruins.
My only pick.
Bruins. I think Rask plays again.
All right.
I'm looking forward to the playoffs. NHL playoffs ought to be awesome.
Parlay time. Rod?
For me, I'm going to go with the baseball parlay. I got one. I got to go with hockey. I'm going to go with the 3 that I said. We're going to go Minnesota. Actually, we go with 2 in hockey. We go Minnesota Wild on the puck line, Kings on the puck line on the plus 1.5. Parlay those 2 up. And then the birdcage, we're going to go with, in baseball, we're going to go Indians on the money line, Boston Red Sox on the money line, and the Braves game under 8.
Brian?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with New Orleans Pelicans -2, the Kansas City Royals on the money line, and the Boston Red Sox on the money line.
I'm going with the over in the Yankees-Rays game, the Phillies, and my best bet of my free picks for the day, the San Diego Padres. All right, let's do a recap. start with. Let's see if I can get up here, and it's all you. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I messed this up. Hang on a second. I put you on the wrong screen. Okay. Instead of doing it that way, do it this way. Rod, go ahead.
Okay, in the NBA, I'm going to take the Jazz game under the 234. Take the 76ers, lay the points. Take the Knicks plus the points. Take the Denver Nuggets minus the points. In MLB, we got the Braves game under. The Arizona game under. The Indians on the money line. Boston on the money line. Royals on the money line. Take the Rockies plus the 1.5. And the Angels game under 8.5. And Oakland in the blowout on the run line again. And in hockey, Minnesota Wild on the puck line. Kings plus the 1.5. Montreal on the money line. And my parlay, Birdcage, Indians money line, Boston money line, Braves under 8.5. And the two-teamer in hockey, Minnesota Wild on the puck line, Kings on the puck line.
All right, Brian, you're up.
New Orleans Pelicans -2 in a layup. Sixers -2.5. Brooklyn Nets -12.5. Then in baseball, Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. Boston Red Sox on the money line. Kansas City Royals on the money line. Minnesota Twins on the money line. Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. And then hockey, Calgary Flames in an easy one. And then the Ducks bringing home on the money line. Parlay, Pelicans -2, Royals money line, and Red Sox money line.
All right. Got the 76ers, Wizards, Magic, Nets, Bulls, Timberwolves, and Knicks. I took the over 9.5 in the Yankees game, the Phillies, the over in the Rangers game, the under in the Marlins Giants game, the White Sox, the Angels -2.5, Padres, and the over in the Astros Mariners game. I also took the Boston Bruins, my 3-team parlay, the over in the Yankees-Rays game, the Phillies, and the best of my free picks, the San Diego Padres over the Dodgers. Oh, that was so pathetic. God, now I hit my microphone. There we go. Anyways, get everyone back here. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Of course, if you haven't checked it out yet, check out our YouTube premium picks. I think some days are better than others. To me, I'll continue to say this, and I know you're not supposed to play favorites, and it has nothing to do with the price point. The late picks seem to be better than the early picks, and that it's only logical because we have late information, So it's like they seem to be a little bit stronger than the early picks, and I try to win them all. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I try to win. I try to win every single one, and in fact, if there's a day game. I try and give that on the early show because that would be late information right on the day game, but you just don't have as much information even on those early games. I'm sure football would be a little different when you have a lot more to work with. Football, I don't know how we're going to have to do the premium show before the live show during football because the shows run so long. Anyways, this is Mitch for Rod and Brian. Thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Of course, if you could smash the like button, we'd appreciate you even more. And, I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow.